Welcome, welcome. Welcome. Let's get TikTok. Today's interesting subject. I was thinking, should I do it or should I not? And I decided, let me do it. Maybe it would be useful to others. Now, as you know, I had a birthday. Well, if you know, then you know. If you don't, then you didn't. So I had a birthday last week. Thank you for all your wishes, everybody who sent me. And quite a few of you and a lot of my friends also always ask me, Anastasia, why on your birthday you never celebrate? Why don't you do something for your birthday? And that's true. I really don't. I usually celebrate later on. And people are always surprised. Like even last year, I was in Italy for my birthday. And I made a mistake of mentioning to my host. I was renting Airbnb that I wanted to spend my birthday on my Venus line. She didn't know what it was, but anyways, I just mentioned it to her, and she knew that I had birthday, and she couldn't believe that I'm spending my birthday by myself, not celebrating. And today I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this and how to program your birthday, all the days that come after your birthday for an amazing year. So you see, we tend to program the year at the beginning of the year. So with January on the new year. And this is all good. I mean, the collective energy is strong while the new year, and it's, it kind of psychologically helps you to start something new with new year, but it's not always right. You should program your year with your birthday. You see, your birthday is, so the sun returns in the same point where you were born on your birthday. So it's not necessarily the same hour or the same minutes. Sometimes it's not even the same day. Like this year, it was the same day. It was November 4th, but a different time. So I was born in the evening, but my solar return was in late morning. So you can find out this. And now, once the sun returns, it's like your year is over. You need to program the new year. And the new year you program with this step that I'm going to give you. So there are 12 days, 12 days that will program your year. And if you will do everything right during these 12 years, your year will be amazing, or at least somewhat purposeful. And I will tell you why. And I will tell you how did it work for me, because this is not the first year I'm doing it like this. This is not the first year I'm programming myself for the year ahead. I have been doing it for a few years, and all these few years I hardly ever socialized or celebrated during my birthday, during the first day of the solar return. So on my birthday, I hardly ever socialize with people and hardly ever do anything that's like any kind of birthday festivities. So it's really interesting. I didn't really exactly take it seriously for a couple of years, but I'm like, okay, let me try. I mean, what could be bad about that? So I didn't really. I tried it 1 year. I tried it second year, and I started understanding how my year really did improve once I started programming my year after on the days after my birthday. So I will do this, and then I will answer a couple of questions not related to this subject, but still I have them, and I hope it will be a short kind of live. All right, so today is my 6th day of solar return, so I will be programming it accordingly. But let's start with the first one. So the first day of your solar return is usually your birthday. Now you can calculate it online. It's not that easy. It's not that hard. Just put in my solar return in 2025 or 2026, whenever your birthday is next. And then you will find out. So when your solar return is, this is your first day. But for the sake of this life, let's imagine that your date of birth is your first day. So this is your first day. On your birthday, this is your first day of the solar return. During this day, you programming self. So you programming yourself for the year to prioritize yourself. So during this day, it's crucial and important for you to spend time with yourself. You see, if you will spend your first day by yourself, with yourself, doing something for yourself, you will see how different your year will be. You will see how people will want to do for you, how people will want um, to impress you, how you will even have an increase in self-love. Now, why is it important to spend time by yourself? Because if you spend the first day catering to others, talking to others, answering all your aunts, your grandparents, your everybody, your friends, and you don't even want to talk to them, but you talk to them because they're wishing you have a birthday, so you can't really ignore them. This is how you're going to spend the whole year. You will spend the whole year catering to the feelings of others, and this is not right. I mean, there is a place for everybody. There is a place for your family, but their place should not be ahead of yours. Your place is always first. So the first day of your birthday, you need to spend with yourself, by yourself, and this is what you need to do. You can write the accomplishments for your previous year. You can kind of feel grateful that you did all these accomplishments. Then what you need to do or should do, you can write your plans, your ideas, your desires for the next year. So something that you would want to accomplish in the next year, or something that you would want to acquire in the next year. Maybe you want to kind of to get a boyfriend or husband or a kid or travel, so something like this. So you write desires. You don't write the plans, you write the desires. There will be another day for the plans. So you write all that. You spend time with yourself. You recalibrate. It's like you are one-on-one. You have a one-on-one with yourself. Now, what else would be good during this day? Would be good to take care of yourself, but not take care like would be good to go do your nails, maybe get a haircut, maybe get a massage. So something that's only for you. So you basically spoiling yourself. You programming yourself, the energy around you, to put you on like as a priority for the whole next year. Your first day you spend it only by yourself, so the whole next year will be yours, not somebody's, but yours. You see, when I was little and then a teenager, I used to spend time with my friends. So I would always be worried. Okay, so I need to make sure the party is good. I need to make sure that I have this. I need to have this. By the end of the day, I would be so exhausted. I had no time to think about myself or or what I want or how I want it, or even be grateful for the previous year, because I was so busy entertaining my friends, making sure that everybody is happy, making sure that that I did everything right. This was incorrect. And throughout all those years, the priorities of others were always ahead of me. Since I started programming my year like this and spending the first day by myself, it changed completely. I was able to kind of to heal myself, to open my heart chakra, start loving myself more. I noticed how people also love me more. And I mean, I guess they always love, but still. So the first day you should not really be talking to anybody for the most part. Now I understand that this is unrealistic. I have obviously family, I have friends, and they were calling me and texting me. But maybe you can limit that communication to like very short, like maybe a couple minutes, and then you tell them, "Oh, I'll call you back." There is another day where you should spend with friends, and we'll get to that. But the first day is not that day. So, and the like just short answers, maybe even no answers at all. I mean, everybody understands that you have a birthday, so you're probably busy. What else would not be good? Not be good will be if you are doing something for somebody. So me, when I work for corporate, I never worked on my birthday. So this was like a no-no for me. I would rather work when I'm sick than when I have a birthday. So my birthday, even if I don't do nothing, even if I just spend the whole day on the couch, I mean, I still will not work. So doing something for somebody during your first day of the birthday is a big no-no. You shouldn't be doing this because again, you're programming the whole year. So now the whole year you will be contributing to the projects of others. This shouldn't be done at all. All right, so this is the first day. Again, you spending, this is the day that belongs to you. Don't feel guilty that you're not talking to anybody, that everybody's calling you and you're not talking. It doesn't matter. You will call them a couple days later, nothing will happen. You can answer thank you and just move on with that. Nobody's going to forget about you. Trust me, it doesn't work like that. Now, the second day of your birthday, so if your solar return, so this is the second day, the day after your birthday, is responsible for your resources. Usually these are your personal money, your personal energy, your resources overall. So what would be good during this day? During this day would be amazing to receive some cash, to receive presents. This is the day when people can bring you kind of presents, or maybe send you money. This would be the day to get some money. Maybe somebody can pay you. Would be amazing if you receive your paycheck during this. I remember one year I got my paycheck on my second day of the solar return, and the whole year was really good. The bonuses were amazing. I was promoted like a couple of times. So like this, it would be good also to buy yourself something expensive, something that you really wanted for a while. So not something that you need to. It's not like you go and buy groceries, because this is something you will buy anyways, and it really give you that much excitement. But something that you wanted, maybe something, new clothes or something. But again, this is during the second day. You need to buy this during the second day. This also shows that you prioritize your wishes and desires over somebody else. So if you are ready to spend on yourself this amount of money, obviously the energy around you will be delivering you more. Maybe you will get a man who is generous or something similar. What is not good to do during the second day of your solar return? Lending money to anybody, paying bills, really completely not ideal at all. So any kind of giving your resources to anybody, again, entertaining anybody, because this is the day of your resources. So if you will be spending your energy on contributing to others, again, it's not good. So would not be good to argue about money, to complain about money. Obviously, also not good. It's never good. But during this day in particular, this is a day when the money should come to you, should reward you. Even if you are working or doing something, it should be for a particular reward for you, not for somebody else. So like, yes. So like, if you want to go and do some kind of charity work, this is not the day. I will tell you which day you should do it. It would be better if during this day you get the possessions, you get the money, you get something for yourself. So do not, if you have people that are giving you presents or giving you, I'm talking on YouTube and TikTok. If you have people that probably will give you some money or give you presents, ask them to give it on the second day, so the day after your birthday would be amazing. All right, so the third day of your solar return, so the second day after your birthday, the third day of your solar return is responsible for your closest communications. You too, thank you. So these are your siblings, your good friends, like close friends, your like really good acquaintances, maybe even your colleagues, depending, how close you are with them. This is your really close communication. This is the day, only the third day, when you really should celebrate your birthday. Celebrate your birthday with the people who are closest to you. This would be ideal. So not the first, not the second, only third day that you should really celebrate. And I will tell you something. A while back, I didn't really even yet practice this programming of my birthday, but it so happened that I didn't plan nothing for my first day. It's something just happened that I didn't. And my friend, she wrote me on my birthday, and she told me, "How come you're not celebrating? Let's do something." And I'm like, "Okay, let's do." So we planned my party for the third day. I didn't know I didn't know nothing about the third, the second, the first day. So it just happened that my party was on the third day. And I invited, a whole bunch of people and everything. We had an amazing party. I had a friend who owned a few restaurants, so he allowed us to use one of them banquet halls. So anyways, we had a good time. And that whole year for me was very social. I mean, I was very popular. I was very communicative, even though I'm naturally not so. I had a lot of friends, a lot of kind of people in my life all the time. Only when I found out about this kind of the birthday programming and the solar return and how to program your year, I analyzed my birthdays like backwards, and I realized that without knowing that, I celebrated my birthday on the day that was responsible for socialization. So During this day, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to socialize. Even if you are not planning the party, would be a good day to meet with your friends, maybe to socialize with your siblings. Would be good if you are a public person, maybe to come outside, speak to your followers. Would be good. What is not good is to be a hermit, to sit during this day and not socialize with nobody, not talk to nobody. And usually this would happen. People celebrate their first and second day of their birthday, and the third day they sit home, not desire to talk to anybody. So, but this is not so. On the third day, you're supposed to be social. This is the day when you really opening yourself up to the people closest to you. Would even if you are like me, for example, I told you last year I was in Italy, and my landlord, she was just not giving. I mean, she wanted to celebrate so much, so was pushing you for a little bit. And on the third day, I told her, okay, let's go. She wanted to take me to dinner, so I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go to dinner. Let's go to dinner. You see, I obviously my siblings were far away from me, my friends were far away from me. I honestly don't know many people in Italy, but I managed to somehow to be social because she wanted so badly to take me to dinner, which I'm very grateful to her. And she brought her friends, and oh my God, we had a good time. But you see, this would be a good day to either make new connections or reconnect with your older connections. This is perfect day for celebration, perfect day for socialization overall. Again, during this day, do not ignore your friends. Do not hide from your friends. Like really be open to communicating with anybody who is close to you, anybody who is pleasant. Anybody who you really enjoy communicating. Obviously. All right. So the next day is, and for me, it was this year. A friend of mine came to Miami, and so we had, and it was my third day. We had a really good time. All right, so the fourth day is responsible for your house, for your security, for your roots, for your parents. During this day, it would be really good. So, fourth day of your solar return, meaning this third day after your birthday. So, during this day, it would be good to reconnect with your parents. Maybe visit them if you don't live with them. Maybe go for a dinner or lunch with them. Maybe it would be also good if maybe to remember your parents, or it's also the day of your house, of your home. So what would be good is to make sure that your house is good, clean. Maybe buy yourself some kind of furniture for your place, or if your budget is less, maybe some candles, some pillows. Like me, I went to lunch with my mom, and then I went and I did bought a few things for my apartment. I mean, the apartment is not really mine, so I didn't buy like huge furniture, but I bought a few things that I was on, and I knew that I wanted to buy them anyways. So it is a really good day for this. So again, it's about your roots, your security, your house. A perfect day to speak to your parents, socialize with your parents, maybe grandparents also, if they're still with you. Would be good if you have immediate family, so husband, kids. This is perfect day also to spend with them. Maybe have a family picnic, or maybe to go for lunch all together. Would be perfect. You see. So something like that, something connected to either your home, your apartment, your immediate family. So these are not your siblings and your friends. This is your immediate family, your parents, and your family, like a husband, kids, like this, not in a romantic way, but more like in a legacy kind of way. So this would be a good day to spend with them. Now, if you don't have nobody around you, then what you can do, maybe rearrange your apartment a little bit, add a few pieces to the place, at least make sure that it's organized and clean for you. Would be good to maybe cook, bake something. Maybe your mom or your grandma had some recipe. Would be good to honor them with that recipe and cook something that they liked and you liked when they did it for you. So something like that. So something not something extravagant, but something that would bring you to your roots. It would be good if you have kids, maybe to cook together. Maybe you guys can make a day out of it and just make I don't know, make pizza all together. You can teach your kids something that you know. So this is the good day for that. This is day number 4. Now, day number 5 is the day of the pleasure, intimacy, creation. This is an amazing day to do something that you enjoy. So and it would be a good day to create something, but not because you have to, but because you really want to. Also a good day to start something, to start like a new hobby. So not necessarily start because you have to, but you want to. So if you always wanted to start knitting, would be perfect. If this is something that gives you pleasure, only something that's pleasurable you should do during this day. What would be not a good practice to do during this day? Being sad, not socializing. Also, would not be good is to live in kind of in a routine, not enjoying at all the whole day. Another thing that you should do during this day is to flirt. So the fifth day is the day of flirtation. Would be good to go on a date. Maybe if you are single completely, just talk to some man. Maybe connect with somebody. Check your DMs on Instagram. I'm sure there's a lot of people who would love to talk to you. Maybe go into your dating site and check who is there to be available. So flirt, be light. This is the day of light and optimism. So why not to spend it like this? Again, this is not about relationship. There is another day for the relationship. This is the day of being enjoying yourself, being flirty, being light, being optimistic, being creative while you are in this in pleasure. So this is what you will do during this day. Again, don't be sad during this day. Don't be sad. Don't be overwhelmed. Don't overdo. Don't overcrowd your day. This is the day of pleasure. So it needs to be pleasurable, not heavy. Don't do much work during this day. Don't do much of house chores. So it should be pleasurable. Okay, so the next day, the sixth day of your solar return, so fifth day after your birthday, today is mine. This is the day of your health, of routine, and of pets. If you wanted to get a pet, this would be a perfect day to get yourself your friend. It's really, really good friend, a really, really good day. If you will get a pet, I have a friend and she wanted to get a cat, and I told her wait until and her birthday was coming up like 2 weeks, and she's like, I will get a cat as my birthday present. I said wait until this day. So I calculated for her. She's not really into astrology, and she's like, okay, I mean, if you say so. So she got that cat, and she really, really loves that cat. I mean, you could imagine the cat had never problems. She was just, it's like such a smooth kind of transition. She like the perfect problem animal you would ever, and she travels with that cat, and she has never problems. Trained him very easily, very fast. Like everything was just so perfect. So if you want now, for people who don't really looking to get the pets, I mean, it's the day of your health and your routine. What would be good to do during this day? Starting some kind of routine. Maybe some kind of something that would be good for you for your health. Maybe you always wanted to start your day with the water with lemon, so start it today. So any kind of routine, any kind of new habit, new routine would be good for you today, on the sixth day of your solar return. So anything that you want to implement, any kind of new habit, new routine, this is it. Do it today. Start it today. No matter what, you will see. I always do every single year. If I want something, if I want that new pattern, I will start it on the sixth day, and it always worked for me. Always. Every single thing that I do routinely, I started on the sixth day. Like I do this particular complex of exercises every morning. I started on the 6 days. I've been doing it for since 2020, 5 years already. And every single day, no matter where I am, it's kind of became a habit. And I tried so many times before, for so many days, for so many years, I tried to implement something similar, and it never worked. But this, I don't know, it stuck to me, and I do it. I travel, I do it everywhere. Like I have no problem. I already do it automatically. So, anyways, this would be a good day to start some kind of new practice, something that is also good for your health, not only for organizing your life, but also something for your health, because this is the day of your health. What's not good to do during this day is to be chaotic, to wake up and not know what to do today. Like, I don't know, what should I do? Like, you pre-plan this day. Make sure that you have something planned for this day, even if it's something routinely completely, like you woke up, you had breakfast, you did laundry, you cleaned your house, you did this, That's fine, as long as you know exactly what to do and how to do, like as long as you're following some kind of plan. If you don't, if you will be like, oh, I'm not sure, should I do this, should I do this is how your whole year will be. You don't want that. So make some kind of plan, stick to it. It's only one day, and you will see that your life will be much more organized if you will just follow it. All right, so this is on the sixth day. Again, if you want to get a pet, if you want to get a new good habit, if you want to become more healthier during the year, then implement something during this day, the sixth day of your solar return, or the fifth day after your birthday. Okay, so the next day, the seventh day of your solar return is the day of the relationship, not just flirting, but the relationship. If you have a boyfriend or a husband or somebody, significant other, this would be an amazing day to go on a date with them, to spend a quality time, not necessarily just or at least see them for at least half an hour, spend some time, just little time. If you both working, maybe you just can go and have lunch with that person. You basically programming during this day, you programming yourself for a good relationship. And I will be honest with you, maybe I'm not like that desperate for a relationship, and I think somewhere inside I'm pushing them away. I do love to flirt, I love to spend time, but I don't really want something that serious. So, and I think this is because I don't really, on the seventh day of my soul return, I don't really spend time with men. I don't. I like on purposely do this. Now, couple of my friends, I told them on this day, if you the friends that wanted to be in a relationship, I told them go on a date on this particular day. Spend time with the guy that you really like, and they did. And one of them even married the guy that she did. She went on they were just acquaintances at that time, but she did marry him. I'm sure there is more to that than just the seventh day of the solar return, but still, it was a good start. So on this day again, if you want to be in a relationship during this year, if you want to, to to become maybe a wife or a girlfriend or a fiance by the next birthday, then during this day, the seventh day of your solar return, go on a date. talk talk to somebody. Don't just flirt, talk serious about relationship. Like, this is the day of the relationship, it's not just the day of little fling. Even if you are on a dating site and you're talking to somebody, tell them, I'm looking for something serious, if this is what you want, obviously. So this is if you what else you can do. I mean, if there is nobody, you can do a meditation, get them attract your partner, call in your partner, I think it's called. They can send it to you. I will put it in the description of this one. You can also watch the video from the last Sunday, how to get a man, how to change energy. So anything you will do towards this kind of this ambition would be good. So if you want to be in a relationship, you need to do some kind of steps toward the relationship during this day, the seventh day of your solar return. This is the sixth day after your birthday. So maybe you can write down what do you want from your man, how you want your man to be, what is it that you're looking for, like this, like have an idea of the man that you want in your life would be good. Again, do the meditation. It will put you in the right state of energy and mind. All right. So this, if you have already a man, make sure spend time with him, because you do want to keep him around for the next year, and you do want you guys to be happy. So do make sure somehow to spend time with him, and don't argue. This is for sure. No, don't argue with anybody, with no man or no woman if you're looking for a woman during this day. Okay, so the next day is eighth day of your solar return, and this is seventh day after your birthday. So this day is responsible for your transformation, inner transformation, for shared resources, responsible um, for money that come from somebody. So what would be a good practice to do? Buy a lotto ticket. Ask your man for money. It's shared resource. Remember, if you are not into any of those, maybe meet with your financial planner. Look at how you are with your finances. How is your investments are doing? Maybe if you don't have any kind of investments, maybe it would be a good time to open for yourself at least an IRA and contribute some money there. Obviously talk to your accountant before you will do that. But it would be good to start some kind of, so eighth house. So the second house is your personal resources, something you are like me. I'm doing a consultation. I'm getting money. This is something that I'm producing. The eighth house is money that are shared investments. Winnings. Somebody gives you money, so it's not your personal resources. The resources that come to you through something or somebody. And this is what you basically what you are supposed to do during this day. So it somehow has to be connected to the resources, to your money, not to your money, to money for you, but not exactly through you. As I said, it would be perfect if you would check your balances, your accounts. If you have any kind of debts, acknowledge them. That you have. What are you going to do to kind of get rid of them? To maybe to pay them off. Like, what is the plan? Like, really do not hide from your responsibilities during this day. Like, really be open with yourself. As I said, would be good to start. Like I did last year. I started in investment. Not last year, the year before. I started this interesting investment in real estate. And it was really giving me really good return. So I was very satisfied, and I was putting very little money into it. But this is what it is. So, anyways, start something like that. As I said, I was throughout the years. I've been doing this programming for maybe I think 5 or 6 years, or even a little longer. And I was always playing. I was trying. Like if I would buy a lotto ticket, I would always win. I don't know, not always a lot, but I would win something. This will also a couple times I ask like somebody would, hey, how was your birthday? What did you do? And I would ask something, hey, what about my present? Are you sending me something? Usually somebody like man would send me, flowers or presents. So I don't say you need to do this, but do something that would connect to your money through somebody else. So you be open to receiving resources from others. Like I know that some cultures do not really like investments, do not want to get interest, but look, do what works for you. It's not really, I'm just telling you what you should do. Now what would not be good is not looking into your finances, avoiding them. Again, giving money to somebody will not be good. Paying bills at this day will not be good either. So maybe you can invest money. You can start some kind of maybe plan a business or something. So something like this. Do not avoid the responsibilities. Acknowledge them and start something bigger in your life. Something that would create some kind of profit in future. All right. The ninth day of your birthday. So this is eighth day after your birthday. Ninth day of your solar return is the day of education, of exploring, of traveling. So something that expands your horizons, so expands your knowledge, expands your interest. Now, during this day, it would be perfect if you would try something new. Ideally, would be if you would travel somewhere, but who's going to fly? Like if, for example, your significant other wants to give you a surprise and fly you out somewhere for your birthday, maybe this would be a good day. So the ninth day after your eighth day after your birthday, ninth day of your solar return, would be good to travel to somewhere new or see something new, try something new. If you could not travel, maybe you can just go somewhere in your neighborhood. So try maybe a new restaurant, or try a new activity, or even you don't even need to do any of those. You can just maybe you are interested in something, so maybe you can start reading about it or learning about this a little bit more. So something that would expand you as a person, not your finances, not your social circle, but you and your interest. This is also would be a good day to plan your travels for the next year. Would be ideal. Think about this, listen to yourself, ask yourself, where would I like to go? What would I like to see? And you will see it probably will work out really good. So would be also good to, if you will start planning, maybe you can even book if you already planned, it would be good to book maybe a hotel or Airbnb and buy tickets. So this would be good. Talking to anybody about traveling would be amazing. starting a new kind of education, something new. Maybe you wanted to become a real estate, you get a real estate license. This would be a good day to start your education, or at least research it. Or maybe you want to go into continue your higher education and you want to get into college. I mean, would be perfect day to at least research or even start it. Now, what else would be good? Learning something new at your job or what you're doing right now would be also good. So expanding your knowledge. It would be good also socializing with your mentors, with people who are more knowledgeable at the subject that you want to learn. So something that will expand your mind, your knowledge, your ability to learn and to see something new. So this is the ninth day of a solar return, the eighth day after your birthday. So on this, what would not be good on this day is being stuck in a routine and just doing what you're doing every day and not even thinking outside your box at all. This would be not good at all. So at least something, like me, I like history. At least if I will spend half an hour reading about some kind of event that happened, I don't know, a century ago, would be still good. I will expand myself a little bit. Maybe I would look at a couple of hotels that I wanted to go to, a couple of countries for half an hour. That still would be better. If you would spend the whole day just doing what you're doing, not even raising your head for a little bit, not even looking into something new for a little bit, that will not be good. You don't want to spend the whole year like this in the routine, unless you're completely happy with your routine. But we're here to develop, so give yourself an opportunity to develop. Open yourself up to something new, and then you see how it will go. You never know. But a couple things that I wanted to start, a couple things that I wanted to learn, and I researched during this the ninth day of my solar return. Really became very important in my career, I would say. Um, I didn't start learn energy during my ninth, but certain things like tantra. I was very interested in tantra, and I like I waited for the ninth day, and I had this book that I wanted to start reading, and I waited, and the ninth day I started reading it about tantra. I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the book. I really enjoyed the whole concept. I really helped me with my profession of what I'm doing right now. Really helped me to understand men, to understand women, to help them understand each other as well. So again, expand yourself during this day. This day is for expansion. If you don't want to get into knowledge, into education, just go and try something new. I mean, I'm sure there is something. If you go to a particular beach all the time, maybe try a different beach. If you're always running in the same, maybe go to the gym and try a different different machine. So something new. Expand yourself. All right, so the next day of your solar return is day 10. So the ninth day after your birthday and day 10 of your solar return. This is the day of your career, of your of your status. Now, what is good to do during this day? If you are inspired to work, to change career, would be perfect to start looking into something that you want to start. Maybe even send a couple of resumes, connect to some headhunters, or what do they call the recruiters. Maybe you can update your resume during this day. Maybe speak to some people about you changing career. Maybe it's your present career. You can do some kind of moves here and there. Now, if you're not employed and you really are not looking to get employed, this is the day of your status. So you can do something to update your status. For example, maybe you're a single woman, you want to get married. You want to be a Mrs. now, not a Miss. So this is the day when you are kind of maybe make plans. I would say getting engaged would be good, but I guess you don't just get engaged on a particular day. But you can tell your man that it would be good if he's planning that this would be a perfect day to get engaged, not your first day, but really the 10th day. Also, if you have like a business or something, it would be a good day to not necessarily speak about yourself, but solidify yourself. So like really ground yourself in what you are doing. Like really decide that this is exactly what I'm doing and I will continue. Do some kind of steps within your business during that day. Would be very not good if you are looking for a career and you would not do nothing during the 10th day of the solar return, would be not good. If you want a successful business and you will be like, oh, I'm taking a day off today from my business, would not be good. Spend the time expanding your business, expanding maybe your connections in that business, maybe do something. Maybe you want to do a website for your business or put some kind of advertising, maybe even put yourself as out there, like it's about your status, your presence. It's not only about communicating to your followers, it's about you as a business person, as a businesswoman or businessman. So do that. Again, do not ignore your status during this day. Do not do something to better yourself off. If you want to change a career, good place to start, good day to start. If you are happy with your career, also good day to kind of reconfirm that yes, this is something I want to do. Let me stick around for a little bit. Maybe I can get a promotion. Speak about that to your superior. You can mention, I'm really interested in getting, what would be my next steps, what do I need to do. If your business, then do something in your business, maybe take a little risk. So if you're just a woman who wants to get married, then make some kind of conversations, even with yourself, that this is that your status is about to change within the year. So this is the 10th day of your solar return. All right. So the next day is 11th day of your solar return. This is the day of your social presence. So it's not really necessarily about your status. It's about what you do for the society, what the society does for you. This is the day when you can really do the charity. I had friends, and it was very popular at one point when people during their birthdays would collect money for the charity, or would do contribute that time to charity work. So during the first day, your birthday, you should not be doing this, because you could not put others ahead of yourself. Would be good to do this work this on the 11th day of your solar return, the 10th day after your birthday. Would be perfect. You contribute into the society, and the society will appreciate it very much, or at least the energy around you will appreciate it very much. So if you want to do something for others, if you want to contribute somehow to others, this is the day. If you want to maybe contribute some cash to charity, or some clothes to charity, or help others in need, this is the day. This is when you need to do it. What would not be a good day? What would not be a good activity during this day? To be greedy to others. And I'm not talking about money necessarily, maybe attention, maybe also would not be good is complaining about the society where you live. So maybe complain about your neighborhood or your city or something. This is not good, because it's a part of you, it's continuation of you, and you're there for a reason. So you need to do something better to improve that place, that society around you, not to put it down, kind of like that. So what else you can do? If you're a social person, would be good to organize some kind of event. Like those some bloggers are doing, oh, this is my birthday, so I'm giving out some kind of free things. If you are that person, if you're social, if you're a public person, that would be a good day. So would be ideal day to give some freebies, maybe to give some kind of a discounts for your loyal followers, for your clients. So again, you give something to the society. Society will definitely benefit you for the whole year that is to come. Again, you don't have to make it public, as long as you're doing it for yourself and you know that you're fine. Even if you will send a check for $10 to some kind of charity you care for, would be a good thing to do, like I usually do, because I'm not going to go to some church and do the charity work there. This is not me. I don't usually send $10, but I send the amount that is comfortable for me. And I obviously, I don't know, I'm not that public to give the freebies and everything. I mean, I do my way of giving freebies to my clients, but not like this. So anyways, but I do during this day, I give away something. So either I remember one time this girls here in Miami, they invited me to the event and they were not sure when to organize the event. And I told them, what about this day? That day was 11th day after my birthday. And they're like, yeah, sure, let's do. So I went there and I was a speaker. And when they offered me to pay, when they offered to pay me, I said, no, that's fine. I wanted to be present here. So I did it for free, but technically there was a selfish reason for that. I wanted to do something for the community on my 11th day. So this is how it works. Again, do not try to be good on your first day. Remember, first day belongs to you. You can only help others if you help yourself, if you are where you want to be with yourself. So this is the 11th day. Again, not good to begrudge the society around you for something. All right, the 12th day, this is the last day. This is the day for personal transformation, something deep. During this day, maybe it's not the best to be very social, to be very aggressively ambitious, to doing some kind of actions. This is the day when you kind of sum it up everything. So you sum up your progress, you sum up how far you went, you sum up the plans that you made for the next year. This is the 11th day after your birthday, so 12th day of your solar return. This would be a good day to just be with yourself, like the first day and the 12th day. So the day when you really just wrap it all up, kind of. Not a good day, as I said, to be over social during this day. Also, probably wouldn't be a very good day to be depressed. Since it's a day of inner reflection, you need to make sure that the perception of your inner reflection is positive, because you want your whole year to be positive and not negative. Be excited about the programming, about the year that's about to come. No matter how old you are, no matter how difficult your life might be, it might turn everything like within a couple days. So that's what it is. During this day, again, you can do journaling, would be very good. Just writing, thinking about yourself, your next year would be good, but not like on the first day when you're like really writing all your desires, wishes, ambitions, what you want, what you don't want. Here you almost like raising your traumas, like, okay, so my inner child is not healed. I think I need to work on that, and I think I can do this during this year. So something like that. All right, so that's it. I hope it was useful. I don't hope, I'm sure. Try this. It's not that hard. Look, I was traveling and I was doing it. It's not really that hard. If you will do one little thing during those particular days towards that particular theme, that would be more than enough. It's not like I'm sitting all day and and trying to do it. But I remember, like, on the second day, what did I do? I bought myself something that I wanted to buy. That's it. That's all I did, really. I make sure that I didn't pay no bills, that I didn't give money to anybody. That's what I did. It's not like I overdid it too much. The presents I already received, so it was, you can't really tell people not to give you presents when they want to give. So, anyways, but do try it. Let me know how it will go. Send it to people that want to try. And I wanted to answer a couple questions. So the first question, I had this for some time. So the first question, I will be really fast. So let me just sum this one up. So 12 days of your solar return is starting with your first day, your birthday, and then 11 days after. So the first day is responsible for you, your persona. The second day is your personal resources, your money. Third day is your closest communications, so your siblings, your friends, your colleagues, the closest circle, kind of. The fourth day is your roots, your ancestors, your parents, your grandparents, your house, your immediate family, your children, so your legacy. The fifth day is about your pleasure, intimacy, flirtations, creations, something like this. Would be good to get pregnant on that day. The sixth day is your routine, your health, your pets. If you want to get a pet, get it on the sixth day. The seventh day is about serious relationship, about deep relationship. It's not only about flirting, it's about building the life with somebody, even if you just want to date somebody, but somebody serious, consistent, The 10th day is about your status, about your career, maybe the status of your business or something like that. The 11th day of your solar return is about your social standing. So if you are one of those who likes to do charity for your birthday, this is the day when you should do it. If you have an ability to contribute somehow to the society, do that. And the 12th day is the day of inner reflection and summing up kind of all this whole journey. So this is it. And if you have questions, do ask though. But I think I made it pretty clear. All right. So I have two questions. And last time I was telling you how to get a man, how to turn your love life around. And somebody wrote to me so I said, don't look for a man when you're desperate, and you will not. And if you are not strong energetically, your consciousness will push men away just so they would not be leeching off you energetically. And one of you, and I'm grateful for this question, wrote to me that there are a lot of women who are energetic, not strong, but they have men, and maybe those are not the best relationship, but they still have relationship. Yes, that's true. You know why that happened? So I wanted to answer that. I wanted to clear it. Remember, not all the relationship are happy relationship, and not all the relationship and not all the. So that could be two reasons. Not all the relationship are bringing the best of you. So the first reason could be another person. So a man is motivating you. So you need somebody in your life to make you move. This happens when a woman are masculine. So when a woman is masculine, she has no interest in kind of maybe looking after herself, putting herself together every day. Now she has a man, and she obviously always trying to look her best, to be her best, to act her best. So she needs a man who will motivate her. I see this often. There are women who are not ready really for a relationship, but they need this push. So they get a man. He doesn't stick around, but for those couple months that he's around, she is a completely different person. He raises a little femininity in her. That could be reason number one. Reason number two is a woman is hurt. She is in a pattern where she is really where she is hurt, and she likes being hurt. I mean, as sick as it sounds, I'm not talking about physical hurt, but the hurt that the person through. So, for example, if she was brought up in a dysfunctional family, especially if it was dysfunctional with her mother. If your mother was always shouting, screaming at her, and only then she felt like she's loved and she's alive, she would need to have a man who would be somewhat like that. So she's unhappy. The relationship are not developing her. She's not developing in a relationship. She's just there because of the convenient pattern. That's what it is. Doesn't mean that they will be happy. Look, there are a lot of women who live like this. They live just because they need somebody who is going to be treating them as their mom was. They never healed with the relationship with the mom. They just go in through their life like this with the particular pattern. That's all. I wouldn't want you to be in this kind of relationship. I don't. So this is only two reasons really why somebody who's not energetically strong to have a relationship would have a relationship. And the second reason, well, they both are equally, powerful, because a lot of masculine women, they want a man just to make sure they're not only masculine, different kind of woman. They need a man to be, to look after themselves, to be presentable, to have a motivation to live, to dress up. It's kind of very strange. But yes, it is true. Actually, it is true, and I saw it quite a few times in my life. I even had a friend. She was very masculine. She's like, you know what? I need to fall in love because I don't even cut my hair no more. I'm just so I give up on myself. And I'm like, you would do that for the guy. Why don't you do it for yourself? And this was it's true. I mean, it's a situation where I was I was witnessing that. So, and I remember me too. I changed very much when there was a man before. I mean, obviously, right now I hardly do anything for a man. Thankfully, I do everything for myself these days. But before, I remember, like when I have a man, I'm always watching what I'm eating. I'm very sporty. I'm always like I make sure that like my eyebrows are always done, my hair is always good, because I never knew when I'm going to see him. So I always was everything was on point. Manicures, pedicures always done. So it was, and I felt like this is good that the man is in my life. I'm always so put together, and it was obviously not right, and not the right way to start a relationship. The relationship didn't last because this is not the right way to start. The second one, that women need a pattern is very common. Very, if you will look around at your acquaintances, friends, very common. People just need a continuation of the pattern that started with their mother, and they just and it's not always the healed one. So they escape their mother's kind of grip, and now they need very much somebody who can repeat. So unconsciously they want that, because this is when their mom had particular hold on to them, they knew that they were alive and accepted and loved. You see, it starts in childhood when you are very little and you want to please your mother, and they just go on with that life with somebody who has the grip on them. All right, so that was the first question. I hope I answered. I don't want you to look for a relationship out of these two kind of situations. If the first one is funny, the second one is could be really dangerous, you know. And and I saw actually a long time ago. I had a client. She was very wealthy but very dysfunctional, you know. And eventually, I mean, okay, doesn't matter. But she had a mother who was they were wealthy, so her mother was taking substances that she shouldn't. And this woman, I mean, when I knew her already, she was in her late 50s. Throughout her life, she was attracting only men who were as dysfunctional, who were taking some substances, and she was wasting a lot of money on them, and on their bad habits, just as long as the pattern would be the same, you know. So as her mom would behave when she would be drunk, or, you know, whatever else she was over there, um, the way her mom would behave towards her, she wanted the same kind of behavior. She knew it was wrong, but that's what she was craving. So was she happy? No. When her late 50s, she was all broken, very unhappy, not healed, you know. But it was not my place really to tell her, because I was her banker, not her mentor. And she had actually a therapist. I'm surprised they never really helped her to heal. All right. The second question is so funny. I wanted to mention it. So somebody asked me, because I teach girls who inspire to be gold diggers. Somebody asked me, if you're not a gold digger yourself, because I always tell you I'm not a gold digger, unfortunately, how can you teach others to be so? And there is this saying. Um, George Bernard Shaw said something like this: "Those who can do, those who cannot do, teach. Those who cannot teach or do, rule." So you don't need to be somebody to teach somebody the concepts. You know, I'm actually pretty good with teaching women how to be gold diggers. They're successful. But why am I not a gold digger? It's because I don't have the excitement about it. You see, you need to be excited about something that you do in life. For the girls that I'm mentoring, they are inspired to do this. They're excited. For them, it's like a game. They're masculine. It's like a challenge that they want to win in. You know, they are competing with men, that they are shaking, you know, a little bit. Men are shaking them for something. It's a very masculine approach, you know, but they enjoy it so much. I had one young lady. I was mentoring her. She actually married one of her gold, one of her sugar daddies, and they're very happy actually right now. But even sometimes she's writing. She's like, Anastasia, you know, I'm missing I'm missing what I was doing, and sometimes I feel like I sold myself short. I don't know. I think she's sometimes in those moods. But anyways, but I remember one time she was on a consultation with me, and I feel like she's anxious, you know. But masculinity is always anxious. But she's like, you know, like she needs to do something. And I'm like, what's with you? And she told me, I remember this so well. She said, I'm just thinking, who should I bother today, and what should I ask for? Like she was like this excited, you know, this excitement comes out. And why she was successful? Because she was super excited. You know, it was like for her, it was a game that she was successful at. So this is why I'm not a gold digger, because I'm not. For me, it's not an excitement. Do I get presents from men? Of course I do. Do I get money from men? Occasionally, yes, I do. Do I hunt for it? No, I don't, because this is not really my style. Even a few days ago, a friend of mine came, and I was like, I think I think my priorities are changing. I used to buy clothes, now I buy groceries. So we went to Publix. You need to buy something, so he bought me a whole bunch of groceries. I think I have groceries enough for 3 months. And you see, I didn't ask him. Obviously, that was not the plan. But he just, I don't know. It was funny, I guess, what I said, and he did. So, what I want to say is that I don't need to be somebody to know to teach something. It doesn't make no sense. I had mentors who do not support my lifestyle. I do not support their lifestyle, but it doesn't mean that they were not knowledgeable. I took a lot from them, and I'm grateful. I had this mentor who was, I mean, she would be such a good gold digger. Instead, she had this kind of obsession with spirituality. She was from a wealthy family too. And she would go and spend for like 2, 3 months in the mountains somewhere, and like in a place that has no internet, no electricity. They would have to bring the water, heat it up, warm up their little houses with the food, and it was so weird, I swear. But she loved it. It was connecting her to the ground. It was grounding her very much. It was very airy. So understand now, would I live this lifestyle? Never. uh, but she was very knowledgeable, and I'm very grateful for all the knowledge she gave me. Of course, I'm not going to live in a in a shack somewhere in the middle of the. Don't take me wrong; those shacks were really very modern. It just, you still need to do all the work for yourself. You need to. You want to take a shower, you have to heat up the water and wash yourself. Anyways, what it like I do not agree with my teachers and my mentors in many things, but who cares? I mean, they give me the knowledge I needed for my personal success, and this is important. How they live their life, it's up to them. Really, I mean, I even had the Reiki master that actually helped me with my first 3 degrees, and she always she used to drink alcohol, and she always tells us, "Don't drink alcohol; it's not good for your energy." But yet she was drinking. So you see, it's. I mean, I don't drink, thanks to her. Thanks for that knowledge that she gave me. Anyways, I hope it makes sense. Just because I talk about this, just because I teach, it doesn't mean that I don't obviously judge anybody. I'm always happy when women are faithful to themselves, when they really like what they're doing. But you don't have to be. You don't have to be the same just because you teach it that. All right, and I don't teach it because I love women who do that. I mean, I live in Miami, so it happens. I meet them, the beautiful women. Anyways, that's it. I hope it makes sense. If you have questions, do ask. If you have questions about the subject, about the 12 days, if you have a birthday coming up, I mean, obviously you can ask me. I will help you out depending on your situation. Like me, I was traveling, so it was kind of hard for me to do particular things like for the society. I mean, it was hard for me to do any kind of charity, but again, and I didn't have my checks with me, so I couldn't just write a check and send it. So I contributed. I was not a mentor, but I was like a guide. So one of my, not mentors, my teachers, she was doing this kind of event online, and I volunteered to be, not sure how to call it, like not a teacher, but somebody who's answering questions, who's helping out. I mean, I don't usually do that, but I did this just for that, because there was, I mean, what could have I done? I don't live in Italy. I'm not sure what they were doing there. I'm not sure how they do charity there. So again, if you have questions like this, like what could you do in your particular situation, I can help you out to figure it out. All right, that's it. Enjoy your Sunday. TikTok, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for. I do put a new video on TikTok every day, short videos. So if you want, watch them to remind you. Please do subscribe and kind of watch them there. All right, TikTok. Bye, everybody. Bye, YouTube. Thank you for being here. Please send this video to anybody who wants to program their year. Try it. I mean, it's not that hard. It doesn't take much of the effort. Just if you want, the first year I was doing it, I just wrote like in a to-do list and in my notebook, and I'm like, okay, 1, 2, 3, like every day, and then I pre-planned. I had everything pre-planned long before my birthday, so then I wouldn't panic. So I knew when I have like the 9th day, I had to go somewhere. I need to travel. I need to try something new. So I remember I went upstate. I went to some kind of farm, It was already a little cold, but anyways, I went there, so it was like you can really pre-plan if you're afraid that you won't be able. I don't pre-plan now because I kind of I go with the flow. I know exactly what needs to be done, so I pretty much do the same thing every year. But try it and see how it will change, how your life might change, and how your year will be different. Again, if you're struggling with particular things like self-love, then the first day, make sure don't spend with nobody. If you're struggling with money, then on the second solar return day, make sure don't spend money, don't give the money to anybody. All right, enjoy your Sunday. Bye, everybody. I will see you next Sunday at 11.